coming into your YouTube airwaves. I'm Vaughn, the Statman, and welcome to the Stat Room, ladies and gentlemen. Week 6 is now officially in the books, and I am Vaughn the Statman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman, and guys, check out my website, VonnTheStatman.com. So, the New York Jets upset the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time in their franchise history. We had Jalen Hurts, who led all quarterbacks with fantasy points, but he did throw a key pick to lose that game. And guys, did you see that the Cleveland Browns knocked off undefeated San Francisco? So there are no more undefeated teams. And for fantasy purposes, Tyreek Hill again led all wide receivers in scoring. But we did really good with our lineup second week in a row. So guys, let's get into this video, guys. Before I pull up this FanDuel screen, let's first get into witness protection. These are the players that let us down. These are the players that were supposed to lead us to FanDuel glory. And since they didn't, these players are in witness protection. 8 fantasy points Hockenson against the Bears. What do you got to say for yourself? Well, Statman, without Justin Jefferson on the field, it's a little harder to get into the end zone. I know I ain't scored a touchdown, so I am in witness protection. Really, Saints defense? 4 points against a rookie quarterback? What do you got to say for yourself? Well, Statman, that rookie is pretty good, and they actually got receivers that can get open, unlike New England, so I know this week we are in witness protection. So before I proceed with this video, guys, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so week 7 is here, and these will be my final picks for the week. So I hope you guys enjoy it, guys. So let's get right into it. At the quarterback position, guys, you have Patrick Mahomes, who is in a great matchup. But they went out and traded for Mecole Hardman, which tells me that they don't have a lot of faith in their receiving core outside of Kelsey and Rice. So with Mecole Hardman, he's one of the best receivers in space. Not sure if he's going to get time this week, but I know he's got to be very, very inexpensive. So he would be somebody that you should consider. Allen, I believe, gets over 30 fantasy points against New England. I think that Allen is going to put the dagger in New England, and he just came off of one of his worst performances, and now he has a chance to stick it to New England. And I think he's going to run the ball well. I think he's going to be throwing dimes. I think his tight end is going to get a touchdown this week. I think Knox gets his first touchdown. I think Allen is going to be the #1 fantasy scoring quarterback on this slate. Herbert is a fantasy quarterback that can get you 20 fantasy points. He's going to perform for the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, he just doesn't come through. But we don't care whether he comes through in the fourth quarter or not. We just care if he gets 20 fantasy points. And against Kansas City, I believe he's going to have success because he does have Allen, and now he has Austin Eckler, who is on his second week back. So I think Austin Eckler is going to be the guy from this team that goes off. Fields is out. Lamar Jackson is going to finish right behind Allen. I think Allen gets that 32 to 36 point type of a game. I believe Lamar Jackson is going to have a 25 to 28 point mark. I don't know if he gets all the way to 30, but one thing about Lamar Jackson, him and Patrick Mahomes are the 2 best quarterbacks in the league. And the reason why I say that, guy, when I say someone is a dog, that means that he can produce without a #1 receiver, and Lamar Jackson has done this his entire career. Mahomes last year didn't have a bona fide #1, and he performed. So when you look at a guy like Allen, Herbert, and all these guys, they have so many weapons that it's easy to perform. Burrow and all of those guys. And Lawrence is another guy. His first year and last year, he didn't have a #1 receiver, and he performed. So when you don't have 2 #1 caliber receivers and a top tight end and a top running back that can catch out of the backfield, that's when you can show that you are truly a dog. Jordan Love is the quarterback that I really, really love this week. This is going to be his complete game, guys. He's going to come out. He's going to have 3 or more total touchdowns. Mark it down. Yes, I just said that. He's going to throw for over 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's going to probably run for one. But I say he gets 3 to 4 total touchdowns, and I think Love sneakily, let me rephrase myself, it's early in the morning. I believe that he's going to be a sneaky play. I think he has 25-point potential this week, guys. Golf is one of my favorite plays also. Not really this week, but he's one of my favorite players because he got released from the Rams, went to the Super Bowl, and they basically told this man he couldn't get it done. Fantasy purposes, he's very consistent, and he's starting to produce fantasy numbers on the road. If you look at him, he had 22, 27, and that 22 was against a very good Tampa Bay defense. Now, this Baltimore defense is going to pose more problems for him because Baltimore gets pressure in the middle of the offensive line, so they're going to push that pocket. Now, on the left side, Sewell is not going to let any pressure come to Golf, but they're going to send blitzes and stuff, so we got to see how he handles that. Watson is coming back. I do like him to have a decent passing day, but I believe that since they came off of that emotional win against the 49ers, that they're going to have a letdown this week. I think the Colts is going to beat them, and I think Jonathan Taylor is going to beat them catching passes from the backfield. He's someone that I think that you should consider. How? I don't know if I like Howell. I don't like Wilson. But I'm going to go down. The rest of the guys, I don't want to talk about everybody else. But a guy who I really do like, guys, is Hoyer. If you're playing the $1 million contest, play Hoyer because he's going to get Devontae Adams involved. He's going to get Myers involved, and he's going to get the tight end involved. He went 10 for 14 last week, guys. I mean, my fault, 6 for 10 last week for 102 yards and no interceptions. He's going to throw the ball 35, 40 times, and with a receiver like Devontae Adams, he's going to get him involved. So, guys, we're going to go back, and the quarterback I'm going to give you is Love. All right, at the running back position, I love Eckler, but he's very expensive. I love Walker. He's very expensive. I'm going to give you Jacobs, guys. I think that Jacobs is going to catch 8 or 9 balls out of the backfield, and that's how you attack Chicago. They're not good against the pass. They can't guard any receiving options, whether it's tight ends, receivers, running backs, but they do stop you if you just run directly at them. So I think Jacobs is going to catch the ball out of the backfield. My favorite receiver on this slate is Devontae Adams. I like Brian Hoyer and Devontae Adams. Don't be shocked if Brian Hoyer and Devontae Adams is in the $1 million winning contest. So I love Devontae Adams, guys. Put him in your lineup with confidence. And at tight end, I'm going Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is going to pose a threat to this defense that they haven't seen. So me personally, I'm going to run Mark Andrews. I like Devontae Adams. I like Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love. And at defense, guys, you have so many great options, guys, but I'm going with Buffalo. I don't think New England gets a touchdown. And this is the 1 week where I say spend up at defense, guys, because Buffalo is going to stymie this defense. They have no receivers with speed, and all you have to do is stop the running game, which Buffalo, they don't really do that well. They do give up like 4.5 to 4.6 yards per run, but that's to teams that got explosive receivers, and Daniel Jones is not mobile. So he's no threat to run the ball. So they could just line up and say, hey, let's just play gap sound defense. We hit these gaps, they'll have nowhere to run, and our cornerbacks can match their receivers. So that's it, guys. You got the Buffalo Bills defense, Andrews at tight end, Adams, Jacobs, and Love. You still got $6,000 to create the rest of your lineup. That's a lot of money. So, guys, that's it, guys. So, guys, I'm on to finish looking at this slate. But, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think in ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. Good hunting on week 7. Love you guys. You made it this far, guys. Hit that subscribe button.